So that was embarrassing. Hold on, I gotta get everybody back in because my man Punch just left it into the stream. And that was like a weird way to cut this video off. Give give me one moment. I'm sorry, guys. We're still trying to be professional here. We're trying to be professional, and Punch was very unprofessional. He just ended the stream for all of us, and it was funny as hell. That we about to finish this live stream. We're not about to just end the live stream randomly like that. No, we're not. No. We're not about to end the live stream randomly like that. That was crazy. My boy Punch said we'd be back and then said plap. I said, oh my God. My man just ended the stream. You know what, guys? You get a unfiltered, raw, and uncut live stream. You get a live stream that's pretty much unfiltered and uncut.
What happened?
Punch being a dummy, and he ended the live stream instead of just getting out of the stream regularly. He ended the live stream mid-stream, so now we got to sit here and make a whole new one. My ad. Thanks a lot, Punch. That's a lot of work on me, man. Jesus Christ. Thousands of dollars from a strip club that we were laundering. Now everybody got to get right back on here so we can finish this stream. So just how did Punch do that?
I don't know.
How did do that?
Hey, look. Soon as he left, it just ended.
Like I'm like, how did you do that, Punch?
It said because like it's saying.
We gotta make this stream about how dumb Punch is at the end of the stream.
hey, little big man, because it said they recommend everybody to stay on until the stream is over, so the recording can be what was it? Oh, so the recording can get everything, and I'm just like, bruh, but it's still uploading what we did.
Yeah, no, it's still on the channel for sure. Now we just now it's just two separate streams. This is like the continuation of the first stream because somehow
we got to change the Friday night. Yeah, we got to change the part 2. Well, P2.
Right, this is P in part 2.
Yeah, we got to change it to P2. Yeah.
I want to. Can I edit that? Yeah, I can. I can edit it for everybody. This said part 2. Oh my God, Punch! You're such a douche.
He was like, did it end? Did it end? We was like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he made it. I guess he thought he was like on the talking on the phone, so he pressed the button. It just threw everybody off.
It just threw everybody off. I was just like, oh no, Punch, you didn't.
Bro.
Well, you learn, people.
Well, at least we can get back to it.
All right.
Where were we?
Sorry for that, people. We're inexperienced but still experienced YouTubers, and we're trying our best here. But at least you got something to laugh at when you look back at our archives and go back to this live stream one day and be like, man, they cut off midstream.
When you look at part 1, you got something to laugh about.
Right. All right, so we're on the third match of the night, which is Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It was a good match overall. I mean, it was kind of unnecessary. This was like the most unnecessary match, but it was still a good match. It was just unnecessarily put together. Like there was no reason for Shinsuke and Damian Priest to be fighting, but it did still make an entertaining match, nonetheless. So it got by. It was just like I would think. I mean, yeah, they added Drew McIntyre to the mix, but I felt like it just wasn't needed. This could have been like a promo, if as you will, but hey, at least Shinsuke Nakamura is just sitting back there and catering after losing the title. So, but nonetheless, they went back and forth. Damian Priest, I did like that South of Heaven that he caught off the Sin Casca and hit on the South of Heaven chokeslam. I should say he hit on Shinsuke Nakamura off this Shinsuke Nakamura's attempt of the Sin Casca. And then Drew McIntyre would jump in the ring after making his presence known and cause a disqualification, giving Damian Priest the victory by DQ. But Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura would beat up Damian Priest. For Drew McIntyre to stand tall, I think he was pretty much he got hit from behind with the Sin Casca, which allowed Damian Priest Drew McIntyre to beat up Damian Priest even further. Like I said, overall, pretty good match. I guess it was to further Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura. Either way, it was cool. I don't have no problem. I like that Shinsuke is getting some TV time. Hopefully, Shinsuke is not trying to leave WWE. I feel like there's still more to explore when Shinsuke Nakamura's character, and I still think he deserves to be a future world champion. So I would like that to happen before Shinsuke Nakamura leaves WWE, or call it quits anyway. But Chris, what did you think about that match between Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura?
I thought it was cool overall, especially like the ending part where Shinsuke was looking at Drew. I don't know what that look was for or whatever, but I just thought it was pretty interesting. But I think I really have no complaints over it though.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. Jeff,
It was cool. It's a match. Um, I think Shinsuke Nakamura, it's just time to go. Um, they're not really doing much with him. He had the title and didn't even really, you know, defend it like he should have. But
He held it
yeah,
like he held it how like EO Sky held that Smackdown Women's Championship that one time.
right, exactly.
mm.
And so I just believe, yeah, it's just time for him to go. And his contract is almost up anyway. I think they
Yeah, I
said at
think
the
his
end.
contract is almost up.
I think they said at the end of the year, maybe.
Something like
But I don't know.
that. Shay, what did you think about that match?
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I don't like Petty Drew, so I don't really care what he be doing. But um, it was okay. I mean, I understand why Damian Priest fought him, but we all knew Drew was going to come in there and ding the match. We already knew that. But yeah, it was okay match. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, like
Right. Like I said, it was like a match that was put together at the last moment, so I really can't say nothing about it. I feel like it could have been. I don't know. I just feel like something else could have been there in its place. I don't know what could have been, but I feel like something should have been there in its place. Like I just don't know what it was, but it wasn't that. All right. We did get a backstage interview with DIY. Display why they was gonna walk out as tag team champions, and for the better or worse, thanks to Punch, I can't remember now what they said, but they he threw this all the way off, but it was more the lines of the back, basically that they was better than him, and that they was going to prove it by walking out as champion. But they would get confronted by Motor City Machine Guns, who said that they they need to settle their business between the four of them, so that when they are done with the Street Profits, they need to come see them afterwards, since they want to throw everything in friendship out the window. Um, then we would get the Chelsea Green promo where I mentioned before, where she was backstage and they interviewed her with Chelsea, with Piper Niven and Alba Fire, as being the new woman added to her secret Hervis. And she said they new group is going to be called the Green Administration. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like the official name of the group now, the Green Administration. So I'm glad that Chelsea is getting some shine on her part. But that she said she would complain about how Nick Aldis has been putting her in, throwing her in matches, and especially against Me Chin. So they needed to add another person, and thus Alba Fire was her secret weapon. Um, I feel bad for Alba. Cause I feel bad because that did not match her character at all. Alba should be like almost like a Rhea type person. She's supposed to be just dang near just a not a strong person, but she's supposed to be like a fierce fighter in the ring. And then they're gonna have her being like a joke.
Right, like taking off somebody's heads or some of that bat she used to carry around.
Right. Like we got so far from what Alba Fire was in NXT. It's like it's just so crazy. So crazy. And that Alba Fire was something to be messed with. Like I was waiting for that version to come up on the main roster. I forgot, not because of Punch, but I forgot doing sometime in there we got a tease for a possible Ray Phoenix. We got a Ray Phoenix vignette playing. So it was sometime
Right.
on the show we got a little tease of that, which I'm assuming it looked like it was Ray Phoenix. So I'm assuming it's Ray Phoenix. And since we've been hearing that the deal with them is done and he's officially coming to WWE, so I'm assuming that was a Ray Phoenix promo. But we also got another vignette that I don't know who that was, but we're gonna get to it in a minute because right now we got the fourth match of the night, which is Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. And this was a good one. I like Carmelo. Carmelo could work with anybody because he can sell anybody's move sets. And he worked well here with Randy Orton. I don't think this was even the first time him and Randy Orton fought. I think this is like the second or third time. Could have sworn they fought before this one. Either way, Randy Orton I like how he played with the crowd. The crowd was very into the Randy Orton experience, and that they kept chanting for Randy Orton to do it one more time. So he slammed him on the announcer table twice. With the first time he's trying to he was saying sorry to the announcers for breaking the table, the little table cover. And then after Carmelo disrespected him, he just does it again anyway. Or the superplex that he gave to Carmelo Hayes. And I like that Carmelo Hayes did get some offense here, and Randy Orton did put him over a little bit. But in the end, Randy Orton would get the victory over Carmelo Hayes, who was game. And then he would pick up Carmelo to give him um, some praise, some respect. But Carmelo would disrespect him, and he got another RKO. And this time, he was about to get a punt kick for his troubles. But out comes Kevin Owens, who saves him from the punt kick. And then Kevin Owens and Randy Orton would get into a brawl. Um, that was kind of lackluster in the sense because most of the time Kevin Owens was just trying to get away from Randy Orton. He wasn't even trying to fight back. I think he
And
fought like maybe a little bit. Like he might have threw two
I th-
punches, but most of the
what I
time
can
he was trying to run
what I
away.
can what I can tell you about that real quick though was Kevin Owens did run like a well, Jeff, we talked about this and what he runs like. I really want to say it.
Yeah.
A lot of people curse on him, but I don't know if I can do one of those ones to actually do it.
No, I mean, you could definitely curse, but then again, the YouTube overlords would frown upon that. But it's not like you can't curse. it's good since we live and I guess modernized, as you could say, in one of the channels, it would
Right.
get hurt. So sponsors don't like cursing a lot in their videos. Though I don't understand how people do curse and still get sponsors. It's weird. I guess you gotta be a big influencer to get away with that. I
Right.
could say a bigger YouTuber, like well, Chris, for example, is on his way to being that bigger YouTuber. So he'll probably eventually one day be able to do that and not get too much penalized. But yeah, Kevin Owens would just run away into the crowd with Randy Orton just looking and seething and anger, wanting to get his hands on Kevin Owens. But I like that just because of Kevin Owens, we got the return of the punt kick when it actually wherever we get to see it. Every time he's getting ready to do it, something always happens to where he don't get to get it all. But I'm glad that we finally, after a decade and a half, almost it's been a decade since we seen Randy Orton use the punt kick. But I'm gonna start with Jeff this time. Jeff, what did you think about this Randy Orton match?
It was great. I didn't have nothing bad about it. Like it was great. It's Randy Orton. Randy Orton always does his thing out there in the ring. So yeah, it was great.
All right, Shay, I know this is one of your many men. Um, Man, that's gonna be really awkward as we all go to WrestleMania, and then you gotta get to do a meet and greet with all your men. They're gonna be like, "Well, which one of us is your man?"
There's
Well,
only one.
You're gonna have them having a fatal four at next year's WrestleMania.
All
yes,
we gonna
yes.
hear is no yeet.
No,
I
you.
think the only one that's gonna stand a chance, in my opinion, would be Randy.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, Paper Boy look good, obviously, like buff than ever. The match is pretty good. I like he RK him twice. KO wrong for that. He think he's slick, but Randy gonna catch him before WrestleMania. I think he will catch him, or vice versa. Um, KO might try to do something, some slick stuff. But yeah, I can't wait for WrestleMania. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
Hmm. Chris, what do you
All I
think,
gotta,
man?
s- all I gotta say is that like after I like the match honestly. And one of the things I mentioned earlier was when um what's that lady name BFAB when she got in the ring with Charlotte Flair. It's like a big opportunity for someone to get in the ring like with a multi-time champion. Not a lot of superstars get that. Coming from like a mid card division or whatever to get to face somebody big. It's actually good for Carmelo because Carmelo done face like multi-time champions before, especially one with Cody and I think he fought Randy twice, right?
That's what I'm saying. I think he fought Randy twice.
Yeah, I think he
I,
fought Randy.
this was either the second or third time. Like it's something like that. But they fought more than once.
Right, and I mean, it's actually good, because this like I said, Carmelo is pretty good in the ring, as he always is, but he just keep coming up on the shortcomings or whatever. But as far as Kevin Owens coming out there, Kevin Owens did when I seen Kevin Owens, the camera turned to him, he did run like a and everything like that. So I was like, look, look at Kevin Owens run, and I know he's still trying to sell like he's scared of what he did to Orton or whatever and stuff. But then again, it did surprise me though because when they mentioned, but when they mentioned Randy Orton's weight, I sworn I thought he was 275, but he's got dang 290 now. I'm like, golly,
Yeah, it was something like that. I think he was a
yeah,
275, but I think he got bigger after he. when he came back at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, 290 pounds. God dang.
A solid muscle.
Yeah, he's about close as like Brock was.
Mm-hmm. Randy definitely got bigger. Um, let's see. We got Jacob Fatu and Solo and them in the back. This time without making blunders, but they hyping up Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu said they about to running back between him and Braun Strowman. And he said next week, he said from coast to coast to post. He said we about to run this back one more time, and it's gonna be me and you. And I think that's a match they made official towards the end of the night, saying it's gonna be happening next week on Smackdown. Um, and I don't think I mentioned this, guys, the audience, but SmackDown is going to be not live for. I don't think it was live yesterday, and it's not going to be live the next couple of weeks over this European tour. Raw would be the only one that be streaming live, and it's going to be streaming earlier in the day. Like Monday, you're not going to be watching Raw at 8 o'clock in the night. You're going to be watching it at 3 p.m. in the evening. So just to put that out there for everybody. And that's 3 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 12 Pacific. That's crazy. So after the Jacob promo, then we got a video package for it was just a black screen with some smoke, and then it says the number 4. I don't know who that could be. Could it be Aleister Black coming back? I don't know. But we did get another vignette for somebody with the number 4. I don't know who that could be for, but yeah, that happened. Then we got Gunther. We got Gunther coming out, and he's talking about how he was glad that to be on the. He said the road to WrestleMania starts on his European tour in Barcelona, but he wished it was. He said the only regret he wished today was in Madrid. And then he was saying how he's here to face the one Barcelona's most beloved wrestlers and best wrestlers like Jay, who comes out and does his stupid hand gestures, being an idiot. So he brings out Axiom. I'm like, you know what? I forgot about Axiom, and I forgot that he was a Spain a person from Barcelona / Spain. I think our first ever for WWE. And thus this will lead to the 5th match of the night. But before we get to there, I wanted to get real quick, starting with Chris. What did you think about Gunther's promo when he basically was just throwing shade after shade to Jay Uso, and then he brought out Axiom? Chris, are you with us? Guess not. So Jeff.
Anyway, it was cool. It was cool. I kind of figured he was gonna take shots at Jay, of course, because that's his WrestleMania opponent. And then I knew he was gonna take shots. Well, I didn't really know he was gonna take shots at Jimmy, but hey, that's Jay's brother. So of course, like he's gonna stick up for his brother,
Man, we
regardless.
haven't even gotten to that point yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just jumped the gun. But anyway,
You jumped the gun because that's like the final promo the night before the last match.
it's still like go hand to hand. But anyway, the match itself, it was a match that I could have done without.
Yeah. But it does lead to the fact that the rumors that Axiom and them are coming to the main roster. Okay, I did hear that rumor a couple of days ago or it was like either a couple of days to a week ago that Axiom and them was coming to the main roster. So I guess that's gonna be a thing eventually. But yeah, Shay, what did you think of
Um,
Gunther and Gunther's promo with Axiom, or at least his promo dissing Jimmy. I keep saying Jimmy, dissing Jay, and then breaking out Axiom.
Kudos to Gunther. Gunther, you keep doing that to my man. My man gonna get one up on you. I really thought Jay was gonna come out, but I'm surprised that he didn't come out. But still, Gunther, you think he's slick, but guess what? Jay gonna have a one up on you. One time when you don't think that he is, it's gonna prevail. We gonna see you behind on that floor crying. Ooh, I don't like him with his bald head.
What's up, Say Beard? Long time no see. Um, but what about the match itself with Gunther and Axiom? What do you think about the actual match?
The actual match was pretty good. It wasn't like how the other one was last week when he fight that I forget who he had fight last week. It was more,
Was it Tozawa?
entertaining. Yeah, Tsuzawa. It was more entertaining, but we knew that Gunther
No, it was
wasn't gonna
Otis. My
lose.
fault. It was Otis.
Otis. So I mean, it was good, but it was like we know that Gunther wasn't gonna lose, but we wanted him to lose, so it wasn't bad.
Right, right. It wasn't bad. I actually like that Axiom got some time to shine here. I do. I give Triple H his praise for that. He made sure that the people that had connected to Barcelona, Spain, was actually here. So yeah, I like that. I would say Chris, but I don't think Chris has joined us again.
Nope.
my
No
boy,
yeet.
my boy Chris just got MIA. Me
Yeet.
myself, because I just really didn't say nothing about it. But the match, I like Gunther's promo, how he was disrespected. Jay still taking him lightly, but the match in itself with Axiom was pretty good to me. Like I said, I like that Axiom is getting some main roster start. I know that him and his tag team partner is supposed to be coming to the main roster very soon. The rumor says after WrestleMania. They supposed to be one to call us after WrestleMania, so that's going to be good for the tag team division. But he did pretty good. He took it to Gunther here and almost beat Gunther once, and he had almost Gunther beat in one part of the match. So that was
Mm-hmm.
good. So kudos to that. We did get a Paul Heyman promo, where he just basically hyped up the fact that yesterday was the official worldwide release of WWE 2K25, which I know Jeff and Chris are having some fun with. I'm going to be joining
Yep.
them soon once I get through next couple of weeks. And like I said, I'm in the middle of getting ready to move and whatnot, but I'm going to be joining you soon playing that game.
I'm
Uh,
playing as we speak.
you got the Undertaker edition, Jeff?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I wondered did I don't if Chris was
Yeet.
here, I'll ask him, but I wondered did he get the Undertaker or the
He
Bloodline
got
edition?
the Undertaker. Yeet.
Oh, he got the Undertaker
Yeah,
edition.
because he got his before me.
Oh,
Ye-
okay. I'm still when I do buy, I'm getting the Bloodline edition.
Sheesh. You got that moolah.
Yeah, you got to go with the one that Bloodline edition is hard. That cover and everything that's hard.
But either way it goes, you still get everything. Well, yeah, you get pretty much everything that the Bloodline edition get. You still so it's just like except for a few things, but
Yeah, I think
still.
it's like I think the Bloodline edition you only get like a few things that the Undertaker edition don't got. And it's not really a lot. I think it's like I think you just get two extra things or two to three extra things with the Bloodline edition.
Hmm.
It's mostly just because of that cover. That's a unique cover. I like that cover.
And it,
No, go ahead, Jeff.
no, I said it really don't matter because if you get the digital version, it really don't matter which one you
Yeah,
get. Well,
yeah.
it don't matter
It
because
don't matter.
it's digital.
Right. It only matters if you getting the physical copy. That is true. That is true. Um, but Paul Heyman was hyping that up. That it was the worldwide release, and saying that it's Roman Reigns Day every day because of the worldwide release of W2K 25. But more to the point, he was saying if anybody has a problem with it, even CM Punk. or Seth Rollins that Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown next week. But then he took a dig at the crowd because I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be in a different location. He was telling the crowd, "Oh, don't boo, just go buy a plane ticket and try to come over to the show, and then watch you get across the border." I'm like, dang, Paul. Which leads more to the fact that I was saying that Paul Heyman and them not really baby faces; they still much heels. But I guess after Roman Reigns attacking CM Punk, Paul Heyman got scared and flew straight. I was like, "Oh man, I gotta talk good about Roman because he might attack me now for what I was showing sympathy and love to CM Punk." But that was pretty much the gist of it. He was just hyping up. He was just pretty much there to hype up 2K25. I like how he said, "But don't go play the game now. Continue to watch the show. We would like to keep our ratings up, especially during my segments." So I like that for Paul Heyman. I like that little peeling back the curtain, so to speak, with Paul Heyman. But pretty much a good promo, nonetheless. Jeff, since you got the game and stuff, how did you feel about Paul Heyman's promo?
It was great. Um, yeah, it's it's great. That's all I got to say. I like it. Um, because I'm a I'm a Heyman guy, just like Roman.
One's in the air.
Because we the ones and y'all the twos.
Right.
Yeet.
Have you played the island part yet? Since you
I
had
played it. I started it. I started it. I haven't actually got into it. I've been doing my rise, and I'm on the GM mode right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Once I get myself set up, then I'll be doing some streaming on I'm do some streaming on YouTube, but I've been doing some streaming on I'm gonna do some streaming on Twitch this week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little bit on Twitch.
I do know that I guess they make you create your character twice because like
Yes.
your created character for my rise and stuff don't carry over to the island. The island is
No.
is really its own separate mode, and when you go into the
Yes.
island, you have to recreate your my created character again.
And then one thing on my rise, they make you create a male and a female.
Also, you can't. It's no longer choosing. You gotta create both of them.
Well, they make you choose, but once you get into it, then you do because one part you do it's like a tag team match, a mixed gender tag team match. So
Mhm.
you gotta create you gotta have a male and a female created person.
Oh,
But
okay.
the actual creative person that you're using for the My Rise is who you're gonna use
Oh,
through the
okay.
whole thing. Yeah,
But you saying they do make you create a female one.
yeah. Or if you start with female, then they'll make you create a male.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. But and I also hear that the island mode is like very bare bones, though. It's not like a lot that you could do because it's like the beginning stages of it anyway.
yeah.
And
And
then
it's
they
kind
say,
of
"Oh, go ahead."
I like it, but at the same time, it's just it's like uh, you gotta it just started. So I mean, they just started doing this, so it's just you gotta get used to it.
Right, and it's gonna be a lot of things that they ain't gonna get right because this is like the first of its kind. But I'm mad because the one thing that's not in the game that you could do in like the regular basketball version of 2K, you can't create like a group. They said you can't make a faction within the island, and that
Right, you can't.
you can't even play different type of match type within the island. Like the only thing you could do with somebody else online is play like a one-on-one match. like tag team matches and all the other matches, you only could do it with the computer. But everything else, like one-on-one matches, you could do with actual human person, but you can't do
Exactly.
with a human person. Like that's kind of stupid, but okay, whatever.
And
Um,
so one thing that I that some of the big YouTubers were saying that's on like TikTok and stuff, they were saying in their lives they were talking about how for WWE 2K25 we were talking about the cross platform thing.
uh-huh.
Only thing you can't do is play with somebody that's on PC.
Right, I heard about that. Like, if somebody on PC, you can't play with them.
Yeah, it's just Xbox and PlayStation.
Hmm.
And that's one thing that the PC players always they feel left out.
Well, there's always Call of Duty PC players.
Yeah, true.
There's always Call of Duty. No, I think that's something that like WWE, any type of sports game and stuff like that, you do need to start including the PC players. Like that's
Because I think on 2K, like NBA 2K, you could play with them, the PC players, but not on uh WWE, which is
that.
which I think is weird.
Yeah, that's
But
weird.
they may fix it down the
Yeah,
line.
yeah, they could definitely patch it up. Okay. So then we got the Street Profits, who backstage getting ready for their upcoming match, and they run into Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma, but not Electro Lopez because unfortunately things happens. And I wish Electro Lopez completed the group. It looks weird now that she's not there. But they confronted them, basically telling them that they don't have no problem with them and no problema. But they said they will be coming after them or DIY as well as whoever wins the match. Um, Pretty Deadly also makes an appearance, but that's later on during the match. But they did make it known that they're coming after them. But then the Street Profits cut a promo about saying after Santos and them left, they cut a promo saying how they gonna acquire the naysayers and the doubters who talk about them, who's saying that they don't got it anymore because it's been so long since they've been tag team champions, and that's why they want the smoke because they're gonna go into this match to prove everyone wrong. And then before we get to that match, even though they came out and did their entrance, before the match started, we go backstage to what Jeff made was talking about earlier with Jimmy and Gunther. With Gunther telling Jimmy that says Jimmy is the more mature and level-headed one. He wants Jimmy to talk Jay out of facing him at WrestleMania because if Jimmy don't, he's gonna have to hurt Jay. He's gonna have to hurt him bad. And he said he's speaking to him as a person who has a brother too. That who's the big brother and has a little brother. So he's speaking to he's speaking to Jay not as Gunther but as a brother to brother, and saying that he wouldn't want somebody like Gunther to hurt his brother. So he's trying to implore Jimmy to talk to Jay and get him to back out of this match. But Jay tells him that no, he's not going to, and that you got it all wrong. That he's going to go to WrestleMania, and the ring general Gunther is going to drop down the weight and the rank and some weight as he's going to lose that belt to main event Jay Uso. And then there's going to be a yeet party that he goes yeet. And then he said, "You know what? I was wrong about you. You're not the mature one, and that don't say I didn't warn you or try to help." And walks away. I'm like, you know what? They got a point. He did give you an opportunity to save your brother, Jimmy. But then we finally get to the main event, which is the Street Profits versus DIY. Now, the match would have been a lot better for me had not the fact that this was pre-taped and somebody already revealed that who won the match. So I'm like, God dang it. I was just on YouTube at work trying to kill some time. And I already seen the picture of it. I'm like, well, Jesus Christ. Like, I already know now. But still, the match itself was pretty good. it was good. It was worthy of the main event. They went back and forth. Didn't have a lot of time because this came. I think this had like a good 15 minutes. Yeah, I would say 15 minutes. But I guess it was good enough. They went back and forth. They kicked out some lots. So it came down to the wire. I mean, at one point, the DIY had the match won, even with cheap and underhanded tactics, and still it was a kick out. But then it was the same way for the Street Profits. They had the match won at one point, and the match and they DIY and them kicked out or broke up the pin. So it was a lot of suspense. It was a lot of kickouts and stuff. So they really built up to it. But at the end, a miscommunication between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa caused them the match as they was going on for the meet in the middle. But Angelo Dawkins would move out the way. Johnny Gargano would actually super kick Tommaso Ciampa, and then he would turn around and get a finisher done on him by both Angelo Dawkins and um, was Montez Ford, and they would pin Johnny Gargano to win the tag team titles. Your new tag team champions, as you see on the picture of this video, when you click on it, is the Street Profits. And you know what I got to say to that? It's about dang time. Because how many times you was gonna put the Street Profits in this type of match and not give them the belt? I think
Right.
Triple H has been listening to us and was like, you know what? They right about one thing. We can't keep putting the Street Profits in these positions and not giving them the victories. Either we're going to give them the belts or we're going to split them up. And they chose to give them the belts. So I'm happy for the Street Profits. They finally got the tag team. You know, it's crazy. As long as they've been on the main roster, it's crazy to hear that the announcers say that they are 2-time tag team champions. I'm like, you mean to tell me they only won the tag team titles one time on the main roster? That's
Yeah.
That is crazy. They've been on the main roster for so long and they only won the tag team titles once. Other than last night, which makes it twice. But pretty good match overall with the Street Profits standing tall, getting a little championship celebration with the pyro and everything to end the show. Overall, I think this was a good main event. Was probably like the best match of the night to me. And I'm like I said, I'm happy that the Street Profits got it. I would have been even more excited had not that people was posting pictures of it already. So, like I said, I was like on the tail end of work. I had got off. I was at work looking and seeing it while I was working, and I just was. And then pictures was popping up everywhere. I thought it was a fake picture. There, I'm like, oh no, this is real. And then that's why I realized I'm like, wait a minute, how did people get the SmackDown already happen already? Then I realized SmackDown haven't came on yet, but SmackDown is pre-taped, and people was already releasing photos of the main event. So, so I'm like, yeah, well, there it goes. My spoiler for the night. That was like the only match of that whole show that I knew the winner and the loser of because it was already spoiled ahead of time, way before 8 o'clock even hit Eastern time anyway. But Shay, we're gonna start with you, Miss Lady. What did you think about the whole Street Profits beating the DIY for the tag team titles? What do you think about that match?
Well, that match was pretty good. I was so happy. Street Profits won. Finally. That match was going back and forth. At first, I thought that, I was like, man, the Street Profits about to lose. Street Profits about to lose. But I was so happy that they won, though. They deserve it. I could thought they had the title more than one time, but I guess they never did. So that was confusing, too. But at least they got it.
Yeah. And then, I agree with you too. Cause I could have sworn when they said they were a 2-time tag team champion, I'm like, I thought they won it another time before this. I thought this would be a 3-time, but they said it 2 times. I'm like, so they only won it once? I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a crazy drop. But then again, Kevin Owens' streak hasn't been broken yet. He still haven't had a world championship since what, like they said, 8 years ago now, 10 years, almost 9 years ago, something like that. So I guess it's not too crazy after all. Kevin Owens is about due for a actual world championship reign. Jeff, what did you think about it?
Oh, that match. Oh my God, that match was Chef's Kiss. Oh my gosh. When I seen that match, even though I knew, even though it was spoiled 2 days ago. I knew that they was gonna win. I was like, bruh, oh my God. Just seeing that match, just watching that match alone, I was just like, now this is a tag team match that we need. This is a tag team match that we need. Like, 'cause all this other stuff, all these other tag team matches, it's some BS.
Yep.
I'm just like, I'm like, thank God my boys won. They won. Now they just need to keep the titles for some time, please.
That is true. You know, I see this the same way as the Stephanie Van Cura versus Julia match, but that match was also spoiled way before we even got to Roadblock, and how they said they knew that they already spoiled that Stephanie Van Cura was going to win the match because Julia was injured. And she was gonna have to drop the title because of her injury. That's why they put that was like the real reason why they put the match on anyway. And I'm like, yeah, I feel sorry for Julia. She just got there. She was just getting her foot in the door. Now Stephanie Ventura is going to try is probably lose it to Jordan Grace, who should be after defeating the Roxanne. She will be like the next no one contender to the title. But guess we have to see it for there. Um, But no, I agree with you, Jeff. It was a self kiss match. I just hate that it was spoiled beforehand before I even seen it. So but it still was pretty good. Even though I knew the outcome, it was still pretty good match to get to the outcome I already knew that was going to happen. Um, and I'm guessing I guess this is not going to be the first and last because, like they said, it says SmackDown is not going to be live. I guess we're going to be getting spoiled by a lot of SmackDown stuff, especially when we get like, I guess when we get like to Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to start having spoilers already for the SmackDown show. So I guess we got to stay off the internet at least or away from WWE stuff for until the actual show comes on, except for Monday Night Raw, which is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is 2 p.m. Jeff's time. Jeff lives in the past, everybody. If we don't know, because if you're on Eastern time, it's 9:54. But if you're in Jeff's time, he's 8:54 for him. He's in the past. He's literally a time traveler. We're speaking to somebody from the past. Anyway, that's my joke of the night. Ratings. I'm gonna give SmackDown 8. Not I was about to say 8, a 6.5. I was gonna give it just a 6,
Whoa.
but I give it a 6.5. Okay, if I was entertained for the most part, and I enjoyed the show for the most part, but it just felt like it really did feel like a glorified house show with the SmackDown name attached to it because like it wasn't like with the short and it was. I love the fact that all the promos were short, sweet, and simple. But that also meant that we didn't get enough time to flesh out the stories of like Jay Cargill's storyline, Cody Rhodes' storyline, which you can't really flesh out because John Cena is not there. Um, we really don't know what direction Jimmy and LA Knight is going to go in. We got speculation, but we really don't have a on-screen official direction of what they could be going in. I really don't like this whole push of Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania. 'Cause I think that's not a WrestleMania match. But I mean, the matches itself was good. It just didn't feel like a big show to me. Like I didn't feel like I just didn't feel like when I was watching. I felt like had I not seen the show, I wouldn't have missed anything. That's where I'm getting at. That's why I felt like this was a glorified house show with the SmackDown name because it felt like I didn't miss anything. Like even if I would have not watched this show, I wouldn't have missed nothing. Like because it just this was a skippable episode of SmackDown to me. But it wasn't like a mid, like it wasn't like a 5 or a lower type show. It was just 6.5. That's how I feel about it anyway. Jeff, what would you give it?
I'm only giving it a 7.5 because the Street Profits won the tag titles, of course. Yeet. And the fact that the the fact that the Miz got interrupted again,
Again.
again, like every other time. But no, yeah, I say a 7.5 because of course, like I said, Street Profits won. The Miz got interrupted. Um, and then everything else is kind of mid. It was it was mid. It wasn't like where you jump out your seat and you excited like we were for like when John Cena turned heel. Like people was all shocked and jumping out their seat for John Cena.
Right.
There was nothing like that on SmackDown besides like I said, besides Street Profits winning.
That's what I was
That's
getting
it.
at. Like, besides the Street Profits winning the tag team titles, like it wasn't really nothing I was looking forward to. Like I was looking forward to the continuation of the Jade and Naomi storyline, and all I got was a quick backstage or before the show segment where she talked about it a little bit and made it more confusing. And then she got interrupted by Liv Morgan, who was at the show but wasn't on the show beyond that promo. So it was just like, what was all that about? I don't know. It just that's why. So that's why I was saying. And then Cody Rhodes segment was it that his whole Miz TV segment. The best part was him interrupting the Miz, but then he really didn't say much in the promo. Like and then pretty much everything was either mid or a six. And it was only reason why I gave it a 6.5. I would have gave it a 7, but I was already spoiled on the Street Profits winning. So that's why I take a 5 from it and say it was a 6.5. But Shay, what do you think?
I give it a 7. It was good. It was it wasn't bad. It was better than last week though. I give it that. But yeah, the storylines was good. Everybody did their thing. It needed to be done. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, hey. I mean, we all around the same ballpark, 6, 7. It was nothing. We wasn't giving it like an 8 or a 9. Instead, I think we only got one in our time together. I think we only got one show, one Raw or SmackDown AEW show that got a 10, and that was Elimination Chamber. I think we all agreed that Elimination Chamber was a 10 out of 10. That's crazy. But that is all. That is the show. You know, and now we can end the show properly this time and not get caught mid thing thanks to Punch. Jesus Christ, Punch. That was just so embarrassing. This man just cut us off midstream, and I had to bring us back. But shout out to Punch. We're gonna start with him since he wanted to be Mr. Embarrassing here. Shout out to Punch slash Thanos, aka Shane, for coming through and talking with us, and then ended the live streams, making me have to create a whole another one. Um, sorry to everybody whose YouTube channel is linked, and now you got 2 videos. Hmm. Uh, but shout out to him, man. He did make it fun and interesting. Shout out to Chris resting in views. Um, he was going in and out. He was with us for the most part. Then he kept dipping on us. But get over to his channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things. Because we want to get that man to 100,000 subscribers so he can have that nice YouTube plat to show off to the millions and millions of his future YouTube subscribers. Um, Shouts out to Jeff, man. Jeff over there coming through, multitasking. He's doing the video and he's playing WWE 2K25, sponsored by
Hmm.
the Pit Podcast. Anyway, 2K. holler at your boys, man. We can do some sponsoring for you guys. Shouts out to him. Get over to his channel, Jeff Wrestling 24, and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Do all those great things for him because we want him to get to 500 or 1,000 subscribers. Either or is what work for my boy Jeff. Um, and maybe one day soon you are going to see all of us play the game together. Maybe some GMO. Maybe we all get on the island together, or we just have some matches against each other to see who's the better wrestling gamer. One way or another, you will be seeing us on one of our YouTube live streams. You already be seeing Chris. If you subscribe to Chris Wrestling Views, you already be seeing him going live on his channel. I think he'd be playing the My Rise when he go live.
Yeah, he be playing in my rise.
So you see there, Jeff. Not Jeff, but Jeff will be getting into it soon on his YouTube channel. You heard him say it earlier. He's gonna be streaming live on Twitch, and then he will do YouTube as well. But with Chris, you already seeing that he's getting into the gaming atmosphere with streaming the game live on his channel. My boy Chris trying to come for my title as a gaming YouTuber. Hey man, hold on, Chris. No. We're gonna fight over that one. But shout out to Hector, Big Bro Hector. You will be seeing him very shortly on the channel, of course, because he always come around WrestleMania time. So in one of these live streams, we will be seeing Hector once again. Shout out to the new members, Shantae and Rich. One of these days, we will get them on the channel as well. Also, shout out to Miss Shay over here. Get over to her channel of Know the Rules. If you love football and you love wrestling, you want one YouTube channel that does both, that is the woman for you. Get over to her channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, do all those great things. So we want to get her to 500 or 1,000 subscribers. Again, that channel is Know the Rules. And if you want to know how to spell Know the Rules, there you go, right there. It's right there on your screen channel. There go all of our YouTube channels if you want to know how to spell them. And by the way, get over to my channel, A Little Bit Mad Gaming, where I do gaming reactions, reviews, all the such. Haven't been doing nothing lately because I've been busy with working and moving. But anyway, I will be getting back to it soon. I will be playing WWE 2K25 and the Corey. When I do live stream WWE 2K25, maybe Jeff or Chris will be on there with me. So hey, stay tuned for that. But get over to my channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things. Because when you do, I get to 10,000 subscribers, and there will be a reward for one lucky tribe member. But the reason why I bring that up because it's the one last channel we have to shout out before we get out of here and enjoy the rest of our Saturday night. And that is the Rest of the Pit podcast. Get over there, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things. Because when we get to 500, and we will on our way to 500. I've looked on there, and we had 109, almost 110. Let's keep this going. We get to 500, punch out a reward for you. And if you want to know pit members, you want to know what that reward is, go back and look at our previous videos, and you will see what that reward is. But again, you have to hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button to get there because we need to get to 500 or more subscribers, and you guys are killing it. So thank you. With that being said, we're going to get out of here. We're going to let Jeff concentrate on his WWE 2K25.
I'm crying.
But Jeff, I'm coming for you. If you a champion on that game, I'm coming for you. Just know that.
What?
My man said, "Wait a minute, what?" No,
What?
When I get my copy and we go and I do a live stream and I get you on that game, you a champion. I'm coming for your belt. We're gonna have a steel cage or a Hell in a Cell match, and I'm throwing you off of it.
Look. I'ma have the Raw title, the SmackDown title, and I'm gonna be a tag team champion.
This man tried to be the male version of Mercedes Moné. All right.
Interesting.
Anyway, we know how you know how we about to sign off over here, guys. You not new to the channel. You know how we do. Rest of the Pit podcast,
Podcast,
baby.
baby,
Yes. Love you guys. See
baby.
you next Tuesday or Saturday.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
we're out.
And we're out.